Podcast. Podigal Podcast. Welcome, y'all, to the show. We got a lot of noise to make and go. I'm sorry that I did was so whack. Oh my God, I would take it back, but you can't when you're on this podcast wax, and you got to hold your back up straight and say what you think off your mind. We got a lot of brilliant time to rhyme and spit bars, but right now I have gone too far. Is Lance in there with the pants, and that is a word that rhymes with Lance. That sounds like that's like how real hip hop people see Sugar Hill's Gang. That song that was just plagiary and nonsense and not real rap. That's how hip hop felt about that freestyle that I did. Like it was a Sugar Hill Gang style. It was like one of the rappers in this song is literally calling himself another rapper's rhyme who he stole that rap from.
Brandon, first of all, you need to take that comparison and we need to talk about the origins of rap, right? And like, it's fine. Like that's good. Like they would commend you if rappers heard that, right? Because like that is the origin of the craft that they hold dear to their heart. If they weren't spitting a Curtis Blow line, you know, they didn't really want to be a rapper when they grew up.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. But now we're podcasters. And we're creatives of sorts, but now we're podcasting as a unit, trying to find our way through things. It's my turn to start the show.
It is.
And so that's what I did.
Nice.
That's what
I
did.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I might do something like that on my turn.
Yeah. But you built the rundown today, so I would love for you to get us started.
Okay. So look, check us out, ladies and ladies and gentle thems.
Ladies and gentle thems.
Ladies and gentle thems. Welcome to our podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about stuff that we are doing. All right. Now, not just him and I, right?
Not just him and I.
Also, we as a people, as a community of podcasters, as a community of listeners, we gonna get it all cracking today, right? So, first and foremost, we are active. All right, we active. If you don't know about Louisville right now, man, we very active in the things that we're putting out on a musical scale. We just did a quick little warm up.
Yes.
Right. We reviewed Jack Harlow's Tyler Hero song.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Which that was fun.
That was fun.
It's good. It's good to have the energy out. Like Jack Harlow, you mentioned, you asked me to hear his City Girl song lyric verse. I did not, but he was on there with Lil Wayne, City Girls, and Quavo, which just to see like someone from Louisville on that, what he did with What's Poppin' remix too was like so big in Fuck Tory Lanez. So anyways,
big fuck you, Tory
But
Lanez.
it's good. So having the energy out of there, people creating
this
from Louisville.
This motherfucker Tory Lanez has he went like live with like girls. I don't know what they was doing, but it was like a girl fight or some shit like that, and he went live. And he has court in 5 days. His hearing for his gun charge that could get him deported. That could get him. That
was why it was just such a weird move for him to be doing all this stuff, because he would like really talking about people that came up during the quarantine.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tory Lanez was like we have been ignoring his music for a long time.
We're not going to keep talking about dude at all.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying is,
I do want to say this real quick though. Went to the club in New Jersey with Willie. It was like my last night, and he like rented a party bus and went out with a bunch of his friends, and this was like during the COVID, which was crazy. But this bar we went to in Elizabeth, New Jersey called Barcode. Tory Lanez and Mano was just like there when we walked in. Some people from Power. I don't watch this show, so I don't really know who it was.
Was he sitting on a stool and his feet was swinging?
He was. Yeah, I mean,
I bet he was leaning
basically
on
like that. He was leaning on the
on
stool with his feet down, but it's like hiding the stool, so you don't know how hard, like how high up his butt is sitting.
We are active, y'all. The people that are against like women, violence against women, like people who don't condone their homies beating on their loved one or don't condone, right? Because we see it all the time. They try to say, oh, black men don't protect black women, right? But it's like, you're right. There are some black men that don't protect black women, but me and my homies, if we see a chick getting beat in the street, dude might get jumped, right? Like dude's definitely, and I've seen more and more videos like that where people are beating, like stomping the shit out of people who are like abusing women in public. I feel like that's a big chivalry thing that like hasn't left, and I don't think it's going nowhere. But we got to step our game up. We active. All right, we are on your ass. If you are one of those people that be like, oh, if she hit me, I'm gonna hit her back, or I'll punch a bitch. You know, those type of comments are no longer welcome. All right, we cannot have violence against our women anymore.
Yes, and this was not a part of the We Active. Was this like a natural Tory Lanez
it's a
lead
segue.
into a We Active?
I told you I am a master at We Active, but we had 3. So what was one of your what's one of the things? You think is active?
Well, I guess I kind of was teasing to it a little bit, but when I talk about we being active and us being active people, COVID is out. COVID is active. It is in these streets. It's spreading farther and farther away. The craziest thing about the COVID, get your spread love.
Get your spread love mask.
Yes, go on
if you're listening,
our link tree.
Go to our link tree. You can pick up a spread love mask. Keep going.
But speaking of that, it's relevant because COVID cases are more than they ever been right now, all around the country, right? But the crazy thing is now they're saying that they don't know how it's being spread. Like they know less about it now, of like the percentage of how it's actually being spread to other people, which just seems kind of just baffling. And especially now we're getting to the holidays, and in the West Coast they have bans, travel bans. Like, please, like, don't go out of the state to go visit your families and things like that. And so I just think, you know what, COVID's active, so make sure you get your mask and wash your hands and do all those things. But that was one of the things that was on my list. That was out here, like, you know what I mean? It's snitching's going on in the streets, like, for communities to help going on. I read something where
going on in the streets.
I read something where the Rice students at the University of Rice have created a COVID committee where,
oh my God,
like they just like watch. Yeah, they just like snitch on people that they see like are hooking up.
Hilarious.
Like, because you're not allowed to go from dorm to dorm or like floor to floor. So like, and then they're having Zoom meetings for court.
Oh my God!
Like, so
it's like a student penal justice system.
Right. So I said vital information about people snitching on or for COVID purposes is in the streets, but the virus is out there as well. So
the virus is out there,
y'all.
Be safe. All right, and that is definitely an active thing. And you're going to imagine, like, there's going to be family gatherings where there's Trump voters and Biden voters, or maskers versus anti-maskers. And you can guarantee that if y'all had some type of conflict, hey, y'all, get ready. Like, have Thanksgiving by yourself, all right? Because you don't even need the problems that comes with Thanksgiving, the arguments you're going to get into, the disagreements you're going to get into, all the other stuff. Like, keep your ass at home, like, order some Boston Market.
Yeah.
Hey, sponsor us, BM.
Ooh.
BM, baby.
We got to talk about who we want to sponsor. Who we want to sponsor. That's a fun conversation.
All right, we'll talk about that. We active though. We are active. The community and the justice system is active on the people who killed Kawan Jeffrey or Charles. Kawan Charles. Have you heard about this?
No, tell me about it.
Oh my goodness gracious, Brandon. Kawan Charles. The family of a black, I'm going to just read the thing. It says, the Charles family says Kawan was picked up on October 30th by a woman named Jeanette Irvin and her 17-year-old son. They allegedly picked him up outside in his father's house in the Baldwin, Louisiana. But Kawan's parents said they don't know the woman and her son and never consented to him leaving with them. They found Kawan's body in a sugarcane field in Louisiana. They said, when I first saw the story, they said he was hung. There's different stuff coming out, like they say he's drowned and all this other stuff, but what's clear is that there's post-mortem wounds that he has. So, like, somebody kidnapped him, killed him, and then dumped his body in a sugarcane field. They're comparing it to Emmett Till.
What? And this happened when?
This happened on the 30th, October 30th.
And the manner of his death still undetermined. I'm looking at it now. There's how old is he? How old was he?
I think he was 15, 14. Wow. That's the last thing 15 years old.
Wow. I'm seeing it now. You was making fun of me for being on TMZ earlier, but it was the number one story at the time, and I, embarrassing enough, graze past it trying to find topics to
that's
talk
another
about.
thing. That's why I'm saying we active, because this has not gotten a lot of social media traction. It hasn't. The story hasn't really been on. I heard him talk about it on NBC last night or something like that. But like, what?
And that's the thing too. Like, even if it's on, does that mean you're listening? Because there's a certain level of importance that gets put to things, and you got to be awake to kind of let it register and hit you. Wow. So yeah, what is to do? What is to do at this point?
Yeah, no. I mean,
I'm asking specifically. Like, is it like, okay? It says here, Haley's. I'm just reading about the case to see if there was any like marching orders.
No, I mean they're looking for the killers. We're gonna see what happens. But that's another thing that's active right now. When I say we active, now we the lovers are active in trying to heal the sins and everything else that the country is going through. But the other part, the ops, the other side, they active as well. Have you seen these Proud Boys clash with Antifa and Black Lives Matter videos?
About the election specifically?
No, just there's been like 3 or 4 videos out where the right or Proud Boys are marching, saying stop the steal, and they're marching like in protest of Donald Trump losing the election.
Okay, yeah.
And then you have activists, Antifa and Black Lives
Yes,
Matter,
yes.
just still marching about the same
Yes,
injustices
yes.
and everything else. They have been clashing here lately. And there's been 3 or 4 videos. And for all those people who are like conspiracy theorists and really want a civil war, they got stockpiles of guns and bullets, and they've been waiting for the end of the world, right? They are active. We are seeing them active. So it's like,
you ain't lying about that.
yeah. So that's another thing. Just be on the lookout for it. I mean, y'all.
Yeah, if you just kind of just go back to the COVID thing, if you just stay inside, that might help.
That might just help.
Just like stay inside, and it's hard to, because it's nice. It's talking about global warming. It's uncharacteristically warm.
Yeah.
At this point in time in November, and this is one of the colder days that we've had here in Louisville. But yeah, just try to stay inside. Actually, that goes to my second we active is body, right? My body being active, like being of strong mind and body. Quillen, our brother, posted something recently and said, actually it was a mix of like something Quillen said and Tiara, what's the twins from Sister?
Tia and Tamara.
Something Tamara posted on Instagram and said when she realized that exercise was a version of self-love.
Yeah.
It changed her perspective, and that low key changed my perspective so much that like during the games yesterday, I had Carter and I was holding him and I was doing sets of box squats, and just getting like literally moving, sweating while watching the games, and then supersetting that with 20 push-ups. Every 10 box squats I did 20 push-ups with Carter, like laying on the ground, like doing push-ups over him, and he's like laughs and giggles and thinks it's the funniest shit. But that is a part of like I need to get that part of my life checked in, because you have to, not necessarily about like a muscle to fat burning thing, or like, but you got to take care of your body. And if your body is working so hard digesting all the comfort foods that you think you need because you're depressed about being in the house and being around COVID and shit, it's just not a good cycle. It's like I went to bed hungry last night for the first time since I went back to Louisville, and it was fine in the morning.
Right.
Like the world didn't end.
Right.
I just had some oatmeal. You were talking about getting something to eat. We're both hungry.
Right.
We was like, sometimes it's good to play a little hungry, but there's some clarity in not being bogged down with the stuff that like is really here to self-soothe.
Yeah. Yeah, and just be healthy in general, right? Because this, like you said, that's a self-care, it's a self-love action that you do to yourself, even though it feels like it's not. I definitely have been on that. Like I've been trying to work out more, and Quillen, our brother, sent me a workout routine that is ridiculous. It is it's ridiculous.
The funny thing is I was surprised that Lance said that he got it sent, because we talked about this a long time ago, and I thought you maybe would have followed up. But yes, for his workouts. I still have one in the tuck. You have to work out to get in shape to be able to do some of those things.
Yeah, what?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah. You know what you gotta do, and that's the big part about it. You half it up at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
To slowly, because if you're so
See,
tired at the beginning,
I wasn't halving it up
a
on
trainer wouldn't
purpose.
tell you to do that.
I was halving it up because I couldn't do any more goddamn sets. I can't do any more. My body is
Oh
weak.
my
But I
gosh.
would be on the shit in my.
We gotta go live one time in the park doing that, and that's why I wanted this house to go through. Just okay, we active. Let's
active.
This is my third. I'm gonna go to my third.
Okay,
one.
cool.
Michelle and I have been actively looking for a home here in Louisville, somewhere to spread our wings and kind of lay down and kind of just get comfortable, right? And just we've been turned down, we've been outbid by 3 different people at this point in time, and the housing market in Louisville is active. I imagine the housing market everywhere is kind of active, and these are a bunch of good buyers, and we're just not trying to not pay for something of quality. Like a lot of people are buying houses that are worth more. They're appraising for a lot more than what the house is worth just because of the bubble and stuff. We just don't want to do that.
Right.
And we want to compromise. So that's why I keep talking about I want to get to a field and a house in a backyard so we can start working out and being in seclusion and stuff like that. We looked at, Michelle looked at some house. There was one house that was there. It's just a lot of them just don't have basements. And that's where I want to be able to podcast from to kind of have a working office out of that. But anyways, that's it. We can move on. Let's
hey y'all, move to the West End, y'all. Put some black money in the West End. Like if you black, you should be buying property, because they gentrifying it. It is just help to own something.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Keep Louisville blended.
That's if you got it. Like if you're like me and have no access to capital, you keep dreaming. I guess keep renting.
No, you just keep working.
Keep working. Till I die. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna segue, y'all. We're gonna go to our next segment. All right. Oh, before we go to our next segment, I have Spread Love masks, right? And I'm going to be giving these away through this podcast. All right. You will get different type of merch from me and Brandon when he gets some through this podcast. So on the YouTube page, you got to listen to the instructions to get these things, right? On the YouTube page, the first person to leave the comment answering the question, where did me and Brandon, what other city did me and Brandon grow up in growing up? All right. What other city did me and Brandon grow up in growing up? The first person to have the right answer on our YouTube page, I have a Spread Love mask coming your way.
Amen.
All right. And we out. Or actually, we're still in, so don't go nowhere. But the segment, we out.
Yes.
So we are out. I'll put we out because I wanted to talk about the things that are out and not coming back. And this segment isn't really about canceling or saying that people are out, other than saying Donald Trump is out, or is supposed to be out or on his way out. I read a article about all the legal charges and all the legal stuff he faces.
Oh yes. When people were talking about him going to jail, it sounded like, I don't know. Like I didn't believe it because I was like, what is that even? What's the basis in this? Mm-hmm. And now that I've read up on something, it's like,
oh my God,
yeah, he could
very well. What?
He could see some legal action.
It's like 7 or 8 cases that are separate. There's 3 that are actually in state cases, and then there's more that are federal cases. And it's the federal cases can go away, but the state cases can't go away. So he has to be there for those and depose. Could you imagine 4 years of seeing Donald Trump deposed, right? Because when he said, I don't know, if I lose, I might have to leave the country. You guys may never hear from me again. That's because he has to flee to escape and evade the legal stuff that's coming.
But he could pardon himself, because that's it's within his rights to pardon himself from the crimes and just be
right. But it's a problem.
It's
you got to be
executive order.
You got to be a sitting president to pardon yourself. He doesn't have pardon powers after he leaves the presidency.
But that's what I'm saying. He could do it before he's out.
But that's what I'm okay. So there's a thing. The reason why the State Department hasn't gone or the Justice Department hasn't gone for many of these cases is because something came out that said you can't prosecute a sitting president. Right, so he's not.
So you're saying he's not under prosecution at all, therefore he's not in danger.
So nobody's worried about it. Everybody's waiting for him to get out. Then boom, 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 and he can't pardon nothing.
But have you heard the other part of that too? Some people are saying that because Mike Pence went on vacation last week, and some people are saying that when he gets back, Trump is going to step down as president, make Mike Pence the actual president and have Mike Pence pardon him for his crimes, because he would then immediately be indicted on those.
He can't do all of that in 2 months.
Why can't he?
Because he would have had to be making moves for that right now.
That's enough for me to hurt it.
No, I don't think so.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
We'll
like that's very plausible can happen. Trump could decide I am no longer president. My homie Mike Pence, who's vice president, can be president and be like, this citizen Donald Trump is pardoned from all his crimes. Y'all leave him alone. And that would be just it. That would be an executive order from the president.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of executive orders. That was the problem with that. People didn't like Obama because he was making executive orders to save humanity and like some big like Obamacare and things like that. And they were saying, and Republicans are usually against executive orders. Trump has been doing it like crazy for whatever he wants to do. One of the things that Mike Pence could do as a sitting president, even within the next 2 months, is pardon his buddy Trump.
Boo! I don't like that theory. Go something else.
You only want to talk about theories you agree with?
No. I just said boo. I don't like that theory. We could go into it deeper, but I mean, I get the gist of it.
But you're saying Trump is out, and I'm saying like there's no. I mean, he's going to buy a network before he's out and just start putting his stuff there. What is it, like a highlight reel of the last 4 years? He like bought a network and just like showed.
Ain't no goddamn.
It's for him. Yeah.
Terrible. Keith, what you get? You got a We Out?
Yeah, just because it's fresh in my mind and people want to hear talk about sports, like Ravens fans. I mean, I don't know. We just lost the Cam Newton Patriots, and the weather was fine immediately after the game. I know weather changes, but Weathergate. Somebody look into it. Talking about conspiracy theories. I don't think I
so believe that some weather control controlled the weather of that game. How in the hell does 2 minutes come down?
Patriots fans were saying, I didn't know it could rain like this.
What is it? What is going on?
It's monsoon.
That is some Robert Kraft, like, I'm rich.
I
hit up my weather buddy. It was like, hey, I needed to come down. I'm talking that ball can't go 2 inches without getting hit with.
Bad, man.
It was so bad.
And being a Ravens fan for as long as I have, I usually think I'd not kill, but because, you know, that's in our past too. Shouts out to the homie Ray Lewis. God forgave him. But I would usually kill for a 6-3 record.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where we're at right now. And it's just the Patriots, man, we can't be the one. This time last year, we've had a Sunday Night Football game, and there was the game that realized the Patriots, Lamar Jackson was real. Obviously, that was Lamar Jackson's MVP campaign. Mm-hmm. Now the tables have turned drastically in 2020 for us, and I'm upset about it. But also, shout out to Willie Snead, homie of mine, played at Ball State together. Mm-hmm. He's the one person in the Baltimore Ravens who had both two touchdowns. And as people was tweeting us, like, and I agree. That's from being in Muncie and not having an indoor facility for 4 years. Like he was there for 3. Everyone's tweeting 3 years because he left his junior year to go to the NFL. But that's real. Like we be out there in the elements doing everything. It's a very I love the MAC because it's hard workers playing football. But shout out to Willie Snead who had a great game. You can't be too harsh. And did you see the Hail Mary catch?
Yes. Oh my goodness, for the Falcons?
No.
Arizona Cardinals.
Thank you.
Cardinals.
I was going to say different bird.
They're
but
red.
It was bittersweet as well because Corey went down that game.
Mm.
Corey tweaked his knee, non-contact, and it didn't look good, and he was out for the rest of the game. I texted him. He said, I'm gonna talk to him today. But Corey went down second quarter of that game, and that's why I'm glad they ended up winning it, and it's bittersweet. And Kyler Murray, great. I mean, the kid's a baller.
This whole week has been letdowns. Like
been up and down, right?
It's been a whole bunch of like you think teams are going to do it. It's been Freaky Friday. It's like the full moon, everything was going straight.
Right.
Then it came out, and then it was like, okay, we're gonna flip everything on its head for this 1 week.
Hell, the Lions won.
The fucking Lions won. What?
They were about to lose to the Redskins.
What?
Alex Smith. So ever since I got back here, I haven't been watching Red Zone, which is like a way to watch all the games at once.
Okay.
And at the end of that show, they show all the touchdowns from every game. It's 50. It was like well over 50 touchdowns. And that was before going into the Baltimore Ravens Patriots game. So I was feeling good, but it was crazy, the touchdowns. And obviously that was the last one. That touchdown was the last touchdown before the premiere game on Sunday. So I say we out. It's sports fans right now. Like, I'm kind of out. Like, I always like when Notre Dame wins because I went to school there and was on the football team. But I try to act like I care as much when Notre Dame wins as I do when the Ravens win. It's just not the case. Like, I'm a bigger Ravens football fan than a Notre Dame football fan. And Notre Dame beat Boston College. Like, I knew. Justin texted me. He said they was going to lose. We was talking about that. But so it's up and down.
Yeah,
Notre Dame won is now 7-0 on the season, or 8-0. Probably one of the first times since 1988 when the last time they won a national championship game. So shouts out to them. But the Ravens fucking lost to the Patriots.
To the Patriots. That's the worst. That's the worst part. That's the worst part.
On Sunday Night Football, too. Because in Louisville, I talk about watching all these games. Yeah. When I was a kid in Louisville, Ravens playing in primetime would be one of the only times I get the chance to see them.
Hey,
Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football. Hey. And there's a Sunday Night Football game, like, nostalgic, back in Louisville against the Patriots. One of the last Sunday Night Football games I remember was against the Patriots when the Patriots was undefeated and the Ravens almost beat them.
Y'all let a wide receiver score a touchdown on y'all. Y'all let a wide receiver throw a touchdown on y'all.
I had him in my fantasy for Dad's fantasy football
that's
league.
Funny.
Yeah, I had him and Rex Burkhead who caught that pass.
Yeah,
and it still was. They gave me a lot of points, but I still was out. So yeah, I'm out on sports right now because my team lost.
I want to say out and never coming back again.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Go
out and never coming back again.
To get back to the
or out. It's starting to get out. I ain't gonna say it's never coming back again, but it's on the way out. So we out. On the way out is the womanizing rapper. On the way out is the womanizing rapper.
Now, how far are we going when it comes to womanizing rapper? Like,
when I say womanizing, I mean promiscuous rapper,
or yes,
or like the person with a lot of chicks. Right. More and more of our rappers are married. And they are rapping about their wives, right? Like they are.
That was the biggest complaint about the Chance the Rapper album, though. Just to be fair.
What, that he was talking a lot about his wife?
Yeah.
It can't be a complaint. He started a wave. Gucci does it now. Who else does it now?
Gucci's heel turn is been no Offset does not because they keep it toxic. I think for artistry, for artistry's sake. I would say. Personally, it's not about toxic of like she's sleeping with somebody else, he's sleeping with somebody else. I mean, like having it as public as it is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's the toxicity.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely. Agree.
That's the genesis of why Jay-Z and Kanye still beefing. Kanye really thought that even after Jay-Z got caught cheating and the elevator scene happened, that he was gonna go to him and Kim's wedding. No, he had to be in the house.
Yeah.
Because also that girl was probably at the wedding because it was Damon Dash's.
I thought it wasn't about Jay-Z. I thought it was about Beyonce not coming. Like Beyonce didn't want to go, and that was the big.
Whatever reason they didn't go to the wedding, that's why Kanye and Jay-Z low key still beefing.
Hey, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that decision.
It's and that was from the lack of promiscuity. No, that was It was
it's from promiscuity.
Yes, it's the genesis of them beefing. In my mind, is Jay-Z's promiscuity.
Oh, okay.
Because of the elevator scene.
Okay, I thought it was. I mean, I think their genesis of them beefing is Kanye's fucking nuts.
You have crazy friends. Well, I guess as you get older, you start cutting off crazier friends.
Yeah.
I've actually, now that I'm back here, I've been like some friends that I thought were. And like I'm like reaching back out because I was like, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I gotta cleanse myself. I don't need those distractions.
More about y'all, it's COVID. Like you have all the excuse to just be by yourself. Some people can't be by themselves, Brandon. That's what it is, right?
True.
People do not. They don't like their own company, and that may be have to do with the demons that they have within themselves. But y'all, this is the perfect opportunity to fucking zen the fuck out.
I jokingly say that Michelle's allergic to being bored. Like
funny.
Sometimes you just gotta
sit, just be bored,
and no one does that better than people in Louisville. Sometimes we just do it very, very well.
I agree. I think that people are learning how to do it more now. My homie, I ran into my nigga Gil. What's up, boy? He was at the post office, which I didn't know he worked at, but He's at the post office. He came out. He was like, man, yeah, I'm gonna see if it's something going on tonight. It was Friday. He was like, I'm gonna see if it's something going on. I said, COVID's going on, bro. Like,
Right.
what are you talking about?
Sit
down. I said, sit your butt down, bro.
Yeah, it's about to be 1 year anniversary of COVID.
Bro, sit down,
in
bro.
3 months.
He's
You
like,
gotta
man.
chill.
But no, that's the whole thing. The clubites, the people who go out to the club and do their thing, like they are in desperate need of social, interaction.
Yeah.
We've never been club types. I don't think.
No.
Have you been to a strip club?
The fact that you have to ask me that proves how much I do not frequent strip clubs.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I have. Since my time in these streets, I've been to them. But I also realized that I've never thought of money the way that you have to think about money to be in strip clubs and enjoy it.
Right.
Because I was talking with Willie about it, who loves going to strip clubs. I told him very specifically, I was like, I could be spending money on food, and not only food, like food for like a couple days. Like I could go crazy with my meals if I don't like give this money to the stripper.
Have you seen Pete Valley?
So I just got Stars when I had to get the Red Zone. I had to get Sling TV to get the Red Zone.
Okay.
I got Stars because I saw you were tweeting about it, and I
Yes.
told Michelle that could be something that we could review.
Yep.
Mississippi is where Akeisha, Willie's wife, is from.
Dope.
And I've been in the house. So I was in the house, you know, when you're in the house and the show's on.
Yeah.
That usually doesn't happen during the COVID times because like people aren't around each other, but they're millionaires and have a big house. They had P Valley on, so I've seen parts of the first episode, but I think that could be a nice review series for us.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to review that, and we're going to talk about it more as we go on. I have been to strip clubs. I don't go much, just because I don't want to be aroused in public. I think being aroused in public is like the most uncomfortable thing in the world. It's like
That's a good take.
it's like the only place
Like
that you're
public
allowed
arousal is like I can
walk around a strip club with a boner, like
interesting.
poking out of my pocket, and all these dudes, everybody just looking at this boner, and it's like, no, I'm all right.
Yeah.
That's
interesting. That's a good take on why. I mean, mine's obviously I make it financial, and it is, but not being aroused around other people who are excited, because the amount of testosterone.
Oh my God.
It's just like,
Right? You're
Yeah.
not only spending your money on like actually enjoying. So like I would throw my money because that's an acrobatic. Hey y'all, shout out strippers, man. Y'all are some of the most athletic, most acrobatic, the most graceful.
It's an art.
It's an art. It is truly, truly an art, and I would pay for that art. Like if I went to the local theater and it was like these pole dancers, like 3 pole dancers that did some like ballet or some grand opera where there was pole dancing, I'm going to throw money on the stage and paying for the ticket.
Oh yeah,
You
that's
feel
a good idea. Yeah, if you think of it like that, like going to the ballet and Nutcracker's on, and your favorite scenes coming on, that falsetto is like,
Come
and
on.
you just start raining
Come on.
dollars because you're enjoying the show.
Come on. Call it Nut
And
Buster.
you, huh?
Call it Nut Buster.
Nut Buster. Oh, nut. Well,
And
that's
like a-
strictly a porn thing.
So we don't know. We don't know.
That's actually, wait a minute. Can I actually use this as a segue?
Yeah.
Because something that I want to say we out about was the election week.
Okay.
Pornhub
Yeah.
released search results for the individual states.
Yeah. I seen that. I
During
seen that and what they search for.
and I wanted to bring that up as my last we out because like people out now, like they
What you interested is out.
yeah, like y'all told on yourselves yet again, and Pornhub promoted it. Jamel Hill posted it, which is what I have, so I'm looking at now. So I wanted to use it as a chance.
Shout out
to,
Jamel Hill. I saw you get real very stark and direct with somebody.
Her and
Not- and then you
that was
took a shot.
on
That was real
her
shit.
and Carrie Champion's show. Is it More Than Sports or something like that, or Shut Up and Dribble or something like that? But it's on Vice. It's her and Carrie Champion. Really dope. But anyways, I wanted to name a state and have you guess what the top search. Okay, I should have started with the battleground states.
Yeah. Start with the
That'd
battleground.
be dope. Okay, yeah. Let's all right. Let's I'm not going to give I was going to give a hint to something else that you had talked to about earlier in the podcast. So let's stay away from that. Let's go to Nevada.
Nevada, prostitution is legal, so y'all probably was looking up And what y'all ain't got a lot of? Y'all probably ain't got cute women. So I'm gonna say, I feel like I need to know the categories. But
It's like, I mean,
yeah,
you'll find
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Nevada, they looked up.
Could be 2 words, could be 1 word. I think that's
They looked
probably
up
it.
big boobs. Big boobs.
Vegas.
Vegas porn?
They literally porn search, like in Nevada.
They search Vegas porn.
That's like ancestral in a really weird way. Yes.
What?
Isn't that so weird?
In Nevada, the
Yes.
highest search rate is Las Vegas porn.
During the election week. Yes, they were. Yes.
That is weird.
Okay, Michigan. That was a big state.
Okay, Michigan was a
Wayne
big
County.
state. Oh,
Wayne County was
y'all.
a huge swing.
Y'all weird. They probably did bondage. They watched bondage porn. Yeah.
Face sitting. Michigan's
I
number
could have
one.
guessed face sitting. Oh, I should have thought about it more. Oh.
I want to mention this one because it was just like very, very funny to see, but it's like stereotypical for the state. Mississippi wasn't a swing state; it was red, but
Black girls or interracial.
porn. Oh no, not porn. Prawn. It's PRON.
Stop that.
That's not true. Off porn.
That's not true.
I saw
That's not
prawn,
true.
and I was like, "Why is that
That's
funny?"
a
It's
joke
just like a
site.
little off,
That's a joke site.
bro. I
That's
can
a
show
joke
you.
site.
I'll show you the
That's
image.
a joke
We'll put
site.
it says Mississippi was searching prawn. You said big booty. Alabama searched big booty. Let's see. Where's it? I'm trying to. They're not in order per se, so I'm trying to find the key battleground. What was another
Facing
big?
Michigan, you out. We outed you.
Michigan's facing.
We outed y'all.
What is it? What is the? Oh, it was
Seat
Nevada.
covers.
Oddly enough, Florida's was Trump. Like obviously there's.
So on Pornhub, somebody typed in Trump.
But I think there's like Tiana Trump is somebody who's this porn star.
That's true.
But like still. Like they were like, because people were probably like on porn, there's probably like people dressed up as Trump having sex.
Oh my goodness.
So like that's probably what they was trying to see.
I hope you all aren't listening to this podcast with your children.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry about that segment.
I want to do one more state. What was the big?
Glossing over it.
What was a big battleground state?
Pennsylvania
Pennsylvania. All of them look like squares, so I was like,
and
it's
Georgia.
hard to-
Pennsylvania and Georgia.
Okay.
Michigan, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, Georgia,
Nevada.
Pennsylvania. Okay. Let me isolate. I'm saying Ohio was cougar, New Hampshire is tender, Texas was sex mex, Missouri was accidental cream pies, Minnesota's POV. I'm just gonna read them as I see them until I find one. Montana's anal cream pie.
I don't want you
Washington's
to. It's
double
making me cringe.
penetration. I'm trying to find the one. I don't want to keep it.
Well, don't worry about it.
No, we're on a podcast and I had to say the things. Georgia. Guess Georgia. I found it.
Okay. Jeez Louise, man. Georgia was definitely interracial.
It's tickling. It's very, very soft.
Yeah.
Very gentle.
It's tickling?
Tickling was it.
Tickling.
And
What y'all like
was
Georgia?
What was the other one? That was Georgia. Yeah, that's what
I'm saying.
like.
That's what y'all like. That's
Wisconsin
weird.
was about what they won, but the bondage was Wisconsin. You just said bondage or some other time.
Weird. Or not weird. I'm sorry. Shout out.
Arizona was a battleground, and they searched Navajo.
See, the more you talk about it, the less I find credibility in this like article you got open. So can we like?
But that was my
way
way out. That was my way out. I'm done.
That's
I was.
your way
What was
outs.
But what's the other one? Pennsylvania. I still haven't found it. I still haven't found Pennsylvania. I'm just gonna blurt it out at some point. Segue, and I'm just gonna blurt it out when I find it.
All right, so look, those are the things that are out. All right, so those are the things that are out. Take it how you want. Please, y'all, put in the comments. Like, let us know what you think or what you think is out and never coming back. We're moving on. All right, we're gonna move on to we don't know. We had a little
Pennsylvania was fat ass. I found it, and that's it. And we can keep moving on.
thought it would be something like churning butter.
Nope.
Or some like Amish thing.
Big booties. Well, just strike.
I wonder
like
if-
actually,
you
like
think
not
if-
big booties because somebody else said big
You
booty.
think of like an Amish?
I was
Do
doing
Amish people have sex? I know they can. They have sex.
I mean, they have to. They're
but like they gotta wear the stuff. So,
But their
could you imagine
their
like,
business
finding
is
a
their
bad-
individual family. I believe.
bad Amish chick, like a
No,
stacked Amish
because
chick.
they that's
She
like
just
saying
come out of the corn and her little
Right.
nun outfit just pop off.
It's like commenting on a woman in a burqa. It's like you don't see them. They cover up on purpose.
And I'll actually like that that's some really good equality things because like women don't know what they're dealing with men, so men shouldn't know what they're dealing with a woman. You know what I mean?
Beards are pretty good, like
indicators of.
No, it's a guise. I mean, you're hiding your face. It's like
no.
makeup.
I'm talking about that's not important. You don't have sex with the face. I mean, you don't normally have sex with a face. I'm talking about like the size of one's manhood. That is always hidden, and they playing Russian roulette. They are playing Russian roulette. They don't know if they have if they wanted a specific size. Guys have specific types, and they know what to go. Guys and gals, excuse me. Let me be. We all have our kind of types that we go for in a physical nature. It's like ladies are always playing Russian. They know what they like physically, but they don't know if that dude's packing it. They gotta hope and plead, right?
Well, they end up using stereotypes, I imagine, or deductive reasoning, maybe is the term.
I don't know, ladies and men, gay men. I wonder if y'all have like a way that y'all know what a dude's packing. Latoya always says it's like a walk. It's a walk a man has, like the way he walks.
To see if the penis is small?
If it's big or small.
Interesting.
I know, right? I feel like everybody has their own thing. So we don't know. We don't know. That's why we're on this
topic.
This topic. We don't know.
We don't know.
What don't you know?
There's something that there's a lot that I don't know. By the way, we started off this topic saying that it was going to be like what we know. Mm-hmm. So I was like preparing for like things that I know and kind of get in my bag for things that I know. And then we switched that at the last second for we don't know because that's the truth.
That's the truth.
We just don't know.
We just don't know.
And that messed me up. So that's why I'm kind of trying to find the thing.
A wise man once said, and I found to be true that, that's the wrong lyric. Dang. Lauryn Hill, right? She said, the man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. Or that's Erykah Badu. Does it seem colder in your summertime and hotter in your fall?
If we were made in his image, then call us by our names. Most intellects do not believe in God, but they fear us just the same.
Oh, that's the perfect sweat. That's the perfect segue.
Yeah.
So look, the man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all. Erykah Badu is from Dallas. Y'all, there has been 4 rappers shot in Texas in the past week.
Wow.
And there is
that's a good segue.
There's a regular. It's regular. It's like there's a new one every 2 days or something like that. And we have no idea why rappers are being shot in Texas. I just saw Jack Harlow had a show in Texas. Like, watch yourself, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on in Texas, but people are like.
So the one that hit me, or the one that piqued my interest, was obviously Benny the Butcher.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher was shot in a robbery attempt in Houston. He just put in his album out, his first project, Individual. Benny the Butcher is 1/3 of Griselda, if you've heard of that rap group coming out of Buffalo, New York. Buffalo Bills had a...
It was another cat, Dr. Rose. Rest in peace to you, bro. He was a rapper, but
he died?
He got killed, bro. Bro, his real job was an orthodontist or a dentist. His real job was a dentist. His rap name was Dr. Rose, but his 9 to 5, he was a dentist, bro. And they killed him like in his office building, like in the dentistry office building.
Wow, he was sitting on his job.
What in the world is going on?
Like,
this dude's a rapist.
Moved over there.
Rap beef with a dentist, bro.
That is
Texas
wild.
is on a whole nother level. They on a whole nother level. Another dude got shot on the highway. Like he was running. They said that the gunman chased the dude down like he was on the highway and he was running.
What city in Texas was this?
This was all this was Dallas. All this was Dallas.
Wow.
Dallas.
Do you know where the Million MAGA marches have been?
Where have they been?
I thought maybe you knew. I thought it sounds like something that maybe would be in California.
I think that's a. Oh no, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Damn, we don't know. We don't know a lot of shit.
We don't know. There's tons of stuff we don't know, man. It's wild.
Speaking of COVID, Jeremiah. is hospitalized on a respirator right now. The rapper or the singer. Jeremiah, which is just feels off just because obviously he's.
I mean, I feel off because
uses
I'm not. He hasn't been in like any type of notoriety in quite some time. So like I forgot he was still a like character on that scene. So him
Jeremiah?
getting COVID kind of is less impactful, unfortunately. But I really hope he gets. I really hope he gets like through. Like people need to wear masks.
Yeah, safety is important. One of my favorite podcasts, the Joe Budden podcast, they were gone for a week, and I just usually was like, I wasn't listening. I was just like, I'm just going to miss these couple episodes, and I didn't really think of why they were gone. And Joe Budden had COVID, and he was talking about it sounded a lot like when our mom got it, and he was just talking about he said he was afraid to go to sleep because he didn't think he was going to wake up in the morning.
My mama got COVID. I was talking to somebody, and it was like they don't know folk that got COVID, but like my mama got COVID. And one of my best friends, him and his whole family got the COVID, right? Got the COVID.
Got the COVID. Corona-19.
The COVID. I mean, a whole bunch of Kentucky accent. It'd be like COVID.
COVID.
Yeah, my people's got COVID. We like, it's COVID.
I mean, it sounds similar.
I
but
guess
yes,
so.
continue.
But anyway, y'all, my mom, she looked, bro. You get reverted when your mom is hurt. Do y'all do this where like, because we grown people,
right?
But when our mother gets hurt, we revert back to our like inner child. And it's like, mommy, mama, what happened, mama? You okay, mama? But no, my mom was in the thing. Like I walked back to her room, and I opened the door, and there was like this fog. It was like this like she had smoked, but she does not smoke at all. But there was like a visible something in the air. And then I like walked to the bed. She didn't move, didn't acknowledge my presence or nothing. Looked up at me. Her eyes were like real big, dark circles. Like I'm talking deep, like a jack-o'-lantern.
I was so into the story, I forgot this my mama too. I was like this. Ooh.
She looked up and said, "I think I'm sick. I think I got COVID." I put my hand on my mouth. And I was like, "Hey, you need to go to the doctor, mama. You look bad. You really look bad." I think I've seen mom sick like that like once before. But
I mean, that's like, and honestly, like when we were growing up, we went to a decent amount of funerals talking about not being desensitized to death with rappers and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I would only cry when mom started crying.
Right.
I was like, I was boohooing. Like I would be okay, just looking at everybody, recognizing it was sad, recognizing somebody was in our family. I guess not understanding the magnitude. Mm-hmm. Now, years later, understanding they're still not here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That sets in. But like, I would only cry when mom started crying.
Yep.
That's so scary.
Man, y'all let us know. Y'all crying if y'all mama cry?
Well, yeah. And also be safe out there.
Because we don't know.
Yeah, because we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know what COVID's doing. It's just all types of here and there. It's spiking. Like, just be safe, y'all. I mean, it's that easy.
Yeah. So we're coming down to it. There was something I had pulled up that I wanted to speak on. Okay. And now I can't find it. So I gotta revert. I gotta revert back.
Okay. Revert back. Or you want me to keep going?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Oh, we'll be there. I think it might be time to segue into we'll be back.
Yep, I think it is.
We've been riding 50 minutes on the beat. Mm-hmm. I was interested in just in general something that inspired you. Something you saw that inspired you.
I'm going to put this out there, and I kind of wanted to bring this up on the We Out, but I love to take this opportunity to say inspire. People doing stuff from the city inspires me, first of all. And that being said, do you know the Jangling on Netflix that came out?
I saw that it was number 2 on the trending topics. I didn't see it, but I did know that Keegan-Michael Key was a bad guy on there.
Okay. Well,
that's all I know about
Jingling, y'all can go check it out. It's on Netflix. It's a movie that just came out, Christmas movie. I think it's Lightweight a musical. It's now number 1 on Netflix. It's the number 1 movie on Netflix. And the lead, Mr. Jingle, is from Louisville, Kentucky.
Stop.
From Louisville, Kentucky. His name is Justin Michael Cornwell. Shout out to you, Justin Michael, bruh. Maybe we'll get you on the podcast soon enough. But Mr. Jingle is from the city.
Cornwell?
Yep. Another person from the city. Got another one. Another one spot.
Wow.
Entertainment. Y'all, Louisville. All right, I'm trying to tell you.
He went to Eastern and the University of Louisville.
Rondo.
Wow. Good for him.
Louisville creates.
Born in PA,
create
but
diamonds.
we take him. You know,
We'll take him.
Louisville's in. I was trying to tell somebody else recently. Kentucky is like one of the most bordered states.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, I think there's 8 states on our border.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just a compilation of a lot of different places, and we feel like the middle of America, even though other people think of us as Southerners.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're at the Mecca.
No,
So
we are.
get it
Well,
right.
I mean, Louisville is the most. It's a Midwestern city when it really comes down to it. Like with our sensibilities, with our kind of culture, it's definitely gives you that Midwest feel of the, Detroit, Chicago's, and everything else. But that's another thing about Louisville culture is like we have absorbed all these other cultures that come transitioning between us.
And it's still ours.
Yep.
It's still ours at the end of the day.
Y'all, that's why UPS, that's why their second largest hub is here. Their eastern hub is in Louisville, Kentucky.
Cheggs. A lot of different big manufacturer stuff. Okay, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back. There's some music that's out that I'm kind of interested in. Lil Uzi Vert and Future put out a project, Pluto and Baby Pluto. It's a mashup. It may be too young for me. I'm trying to get into a vibe of it, but like I feel very old manny, not like being on the fence about it. But 2 Chainz put out a new.
Listening to it this morning.
What's it called?
Proof.
Some God save me, save Lord be Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
Save help.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God. So like that's out, and we'll be kind of diving back into that. But I was thinking when Joe Budden was talking about COVID, he was talking about his last moments, and he was saying that how he was in the shower listening to songs and how he takes that for granted, and how all the things we take for granted, and like what you would want to do in your last hours, and that and kind of focusing in on that and just trying to think more positively on a day-to-day basis, because he said that one of the things he would love to listen to his 10 favorite songs if he knew he was going out. Like, and I was thinking, damn, man, that's so true. Like, music is so influential and shit like that. Yeah. But, yeah, so we'll be back. What you got for the We'll Be Back? We got on the way out.
We'll be back with, hold on. I'm talking about things that have gone and come. Oh, we'll be back. They need to bring back, remake Page Master. You remember the movie Page Master? Yeah, with the books. It was like 3 books, Little Fairy, the Little Pirate book, and the Little Ghoul book. Yeah. And I was Macaulay Culkin looking motherfucker was like walking around the library and shit.
I thought that was Fern Gullies.
No, it's Page Master.
Oh, Page Master.
Come on now.
Yes.
You see it now, don't you? It's in your mind now because it was live action. Then it turned into a cartoon after homie got sucked into a book or whatever. While he was in the library. He was way too young to be in the library by himself.
That was
Creepy
like a dark,
super dark,
kind of scary, but also
it was
very
ridiculously
interesting.
scary. It was crazy scary. When they went to the island, they went to the ghoul dude's home to get that was, as a kid, that movie scared the shit out of me. Oh God!
You know what one scared the shit out of me, and I've never really told anybody about this? The Never Ending Story, because the thing that they was riding on. Yeah, I would. No, that wasn't for me. That was before, like maybe if Pokemon would have came out before that, right? Because I really like
Dragon Ball Z, anything long and like, oh my God,
the dragon. Because I was like, y'all, this is something is afoot with this huge white dog.
What is going on?
Like y'all need to check. So, but speaking about that, Rick Moranis. Moranis, the guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he was an SNL star or whatever. He was really, really famous, was one of the most highest paying, comedic actors. And he fell off the map. His wife got sick with cancer. He took care of the kids and just dedicated his life to his children. He came in the news a couple weeks back because somebody in New York just sucker punched him. And people were, because they didn't know who he was, just some random black dude, unfortunately, who was walking, just sucker punched this white dude. And then it came out it was Rick Moranis. And then they recently just found the guy. And Michelle and I was like, they just found some random black guy. There's no way they really got Rick Moranis, the person who punched him back in the face. I said, all that to say, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that needs to come back. We might work on that. Might be a personal project.
We'll be back with that. I think that Rick Moranis did something that like karma came back.
Why?
I don't know. When white people get punched, I'll just be like, no. I'm talking about like, what did he do to get punched in the face?
Oh, you think he had did something recently?
He definitely did.
And then somebody.
He definitely did.
The universe was just like.
Rick Moranis might have gave to the Trump campaign. You know what I mean? You know,
Okay.
just different things. Different things we got to think.
Yeah.
You know.
You ain't lying, but we don't know.
But we don't know.
So to end this thing, we active. We know
active.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
But right now, we out.
We out. We thank y'all for tuning in again. See y'all next week. We keep coming. Keep them coming. Oh, thoughts and prayers. T's and P's.
T's and P's. I'm sorry. I didn't want to tease and P's.